So, out of all the cars in the car museum, probably the most famous car that we have on display is the pink Cadillac. Would you like to go take a look?
Let's go. Let's go. Oh my gosh.
Watch your step. We're headed downhill.
No handbrakes.
Here she is.
That's it. Oh, just the beauty.
And guess what I have?
What's that? Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at that.
The original keys to the pink Cadillac.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
They still open the doors too.
I'm gonna think look how small they were back then.
I know.
Look at that.
You would think that they would break.
Yeah.
You know, because they're so tiny. And this car it's like you have such a huge car and the keys
it's out of proportion with the size of this. In the 60s growing up, everybody had the big cars, but this is truly the biggest vehicle, one of the biggest vehicles I've ever seen up close like this. It's amazing. And quickly for everybody, tell them the story of why this is here.
Yeah, this is a 1955 Cadillac Fleetwood. It's a 60 series. There was actually a little over 18,000 of them made, and they cost a little over $4,000 to buy brand new when Elvis purchased it. It originally was blue. Elvis had it custom painted pink. And he actually used it for touring. Believe it or not, this is how the guys would get around. They had equipment that they'd strap to the hood of it, to the top of it, and they used this car for touring.
You know, and also as a fan looking at it the hundreds of times I've camped out here and looked at it, these are not rearview mirrors.
No, they're spotlights.
Side mirrors.
Yeah.
They're spotlights.
There's
a little handle in there.
And something else that's interesting about this car is that you see that what looks like futuristic gadget on the dash.
Yeah, it looks like a radar detector or something.
It's a dimmer switch. It detects lights coming on and it will dim your headlights.
Now, why don't we still have that?
I have no idea. Now you have to do it yourself.
Now I'm left up to the jerk I'm meeting in traffic to turn his lights down.
Exactly.
And back in my day, too, you had it on the floor, the little toggle button on the floor that you'd hit with your foot to lower the light.
So that's what that is.
Wow.
The other unique thing about the Cadillac, which probably Elvis really loved, is that this series of Cadillac was one of the first to have a 250 horsepower engine in it. So it had some power.
Yeah.
Again, not really good on the gas mileage.
I was thinking, but gas is, 10 cents, 15, 20 cents or whatever at the time.
Yeah.
You get that and that's nothing.
Well, and what happened with this car in particular is that Elvis was touring in the 50s and Scotty was driving and it had a wreck over a little outside Texarkana. And so while they were getting it repaired, Elvis had bought another car for touring, and once this came out of the shop, he gave this to his mom.
Okay. See, in some, we take the legends and we merge them. It's like we think Elvis bought this for his mom and gave his mom the keys. She couldn't drive. So
she never had a driver's license.
Yeah.
So the only people that drove this car, besides the guys when they were touring, would have been Vernon or Elvis. Well, you want to use that key and unlock it and take a look?
Okay, we're over on the hidden side, and the key's in the thing there, and oh, that's historic. We got that right. We got me opening these are the keys right here. Did I show you that? Look at that. Again, with the lots of room, and the metal dashboard and padded on top.
Yes.
No air conditioning.
Yeah, actually, guess what? You see this back here?
Elvis customized it and had air conditioning added, did he?
This is air conditioning.
What? Okay.
So the cooling is all back here in the trunk, is where it's kept.
Wow, they didn't really care about weight or anything back in the day, did they? They just
You know how much this car weighs?
Oh,
about 5,000 pounds. It's a tank. And this tank actually just came back from London not too long ago.
You keep the windows rolled up because there's a big ocean there.
It went overseas to London. It was seen at the O2 exhibit.
I can imagine people in Europe, they just think of America and Elvis, and they think of pink Cadillac.
They do.
And
Cadillac
it's such an iconic thing to take over there.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing about Elvis is like there's certain things you think of. When you say motorcycle, you think of Harley Davidson. When you say Memphis, you think of Graceland. And when you say cars, you think of Cadillacs.
Yeah. That's a part of the rock legend. Elvis wrote the book on being a rock star, but the one thing that most rock stars you don't hear about, giving away cars.
Giving away cars. And
He
Elvis
owns
did it.
that.
He
Yeah.
sure did. And if you were a friend of Elvis's and he didn't give you a car, that was unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were telling me too, sometimes he would give it to you, but sometimes he would take it away, but he took it away for a good reason.
Yes, Elvis would do the car pass around, I guess. He would say, hey, George, give me your keys. And he'd give those to Richard and give George some new car keys. So
Go down and pick one out.
Go down and get you a new car. Happy birthday,
Yeah.
you know. And of course, the famous time that everyone wonders about is if it was a true story that Elvis actually bought a Cadillac for a lady that was in a showroom. And that story is also true.
That legendary that she's there looking at this car that obviously she cannot afford this vehicle.
Right, and Elvis goes up to her. She was African American, and Elvis goes up to her and talks to her, and they hit it off. And they're talking about the car, and he asked her if she likes it, and she said she does, and he hands her the keys. Well,
Yeah.
I want to use these one more time because there's one more thing here on the car that I want to show you.
we're gonna crank it and drive it out?
No, but follow me.
Okay. Oh, okay. Takes you a while to get from the front of the car to the back of the car.
This is a long car.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to open the trunk.
Wow.
Now, there's your
Look.
cooling system.
There's the cooling system with the tubes. I noticed as I walked around the car, the tubes that send the air to the front of the car and kind of.
Filter
Bring it
the whole
back,
car.
yeah.
But the other unique thing about what's in this trunk is this is the original spare tire for the Cadillac.
Right there.
Right there.
And never been used.
Never been used.
Never been used. Wow.
Yeah.
I seem like when I'm with you, I spend all my time going, wow.
Wow. It's funny because there's a couple other car people that say when they were with me, they're always under the car.
Yeah, yeah. There's so many different angles too to Elvis's career that draw people in. You know, classic car collectors, auto people love Elvis because of what you've done with the vehicles and how you've maintained them and how he maintained them, and what I love is they're iconic to us, but to Elvis they were just his.
They were just his cars.
Let's go to the gig.
Yeah.
Scotty, you drive.
Scotty, you drive. DJ, you drive. I'll catch some Z's here in the back. You know, oh, Mom, here's your car. You know, we have home movie footage of Vernon and Gladys the first time it snowed here at Graceland, driving the car around the front. And actually having a little bit of a snowball fight and eating the snow.
That's where Gladys could drive it around. She didn't need a driver's license.
Vernon drove it.
Did she?
Vernon drove still.
She still didn't.
She still didn't drive. Vernon drove it. Yeah. But this is funny because this is the kind of car you could take to the drive-in.
Yep.
And you got paid. You had to pay by the number of people that were in the car, not the
Yep.
number of people you could fit in the trunk.
That's right. Back in the day. Back in the day, go see an Elvis. How would you? Here's a contest. You go see an Elvis movie at a drive-in in this car.
That would be amazing.
That would be an amazing contest that will never exist. Well, you know, on the way over to this iconic car, we passed another car that I love as a 70s Elvis guy, the Incredible Stutz.
You want to go take a
Can
look?
we go back and see that
Yeah,
one?
we can go back and see that.
You've already taken the keys away from me for this one.